How to manage anxiety and panic attacks. So you have asked wisely the way to understand and then manage this problem. Anxiety and panic attack both are so deeply interconnected. If you want to talk about one thing, certainly you are bound to address the other. Anxiety, the word itself, gives you a bit of taste what it is, and you keep on repeating anxiety, that will start vibrating in a really stressful feeling. Those who are anxious repeatedly, those who become anxious more seriously about a certain task, a subject, or a person, or a particular thought, so they really feel anxiety. They would know what's anxiety. You become so restless. We are obsessed with one but specific requirement which we have not achieved, or excessively concerned about something. That is anxiety. No logic can calm you down. No reasoning can help you at that time. Of course, it is one of many facets of our emotions. Anxiety. You don't know what to do because you are helpless. Yet you cannot stop from thinking about it, how to fix it, or simply becoming extra vigilant as though something might happen or would happen or could happen. It is our internal mental condition. We cannot understand when we are occupied with that thought, negative thought, and with that negative experience. After coming out of this grip or eclipse of our own mind, you would then realize, oh my God, what I or you went through. This is not completely in your hands, in your control, because it just triggers something that is stored up in our subconscious mind.
I just want to talk a little bit about the benefits of movement. The same kind of benefits you get from meditation can be transferred over into movement, and it's all kinds of movement that help that. It helps your sleep at night, it strengthens your body, your muscles, your bones. Everything benefits from movement. I have a couple of stories to tell. Oh, and by the way, if you did not get a chair, a nice sturdy chair, and a little cushion or a pillow or a squishy ball, if you could do that while I'm talking, because then we can do our exercises. So 2 quick stories just to illustrate the importance of movement. My extra-in-laws lived on Amherst Island, which is out near Kingston, and Poppy walked or rode his bike every day. He walked all over the island. He had short-term memory loss, he suffered from dementia, but he still kept active and his body was very strong. Lammy was busy doing other things with the church and at home, but she hurt her ankle. Once she hurt her foot, she stopped. She sat. When I visited with her, I said, "Are you doing your physio?" She said, "Oh, it hurts to do it." "Does it feel better afterwards?" "Yes, but it hurts to do it, so don't really do it." So she stopped. She just sat. And unfortunately, when you do that, everything stops. The blood doesn't flow. Your organs don't get fresh blood. You stop deep breathing. So again, it doesn't go into your organs. You don't have that breath of life in you. And she passed away from sitting. So it's so important to keep moving.
So how does your identity get stolen? So some common occurrences is dumpster diving, which means someone going through your mail and stealing your documents, or someone going to the mailbox and taking things out of the mailbox with your name and your information on it. Also, database breaches or phishing attempts. So we're gonna watch a video later on about what phishing means when it comes to getting your identity or personal information being stolen. So we'll get into that later. So how do you protect yourself from identity theft? Well, you need to shred your personal and financial documents. So for instance, anytime I get a bill in the mail, what I do is I rip off my personal information, I put it in a bag, and then I put the remainder in my recycling. I do that for all my financial documents, just in case a bad guy goes through my mail or some of my information is put out there.
Top 5 tips for boosting your immunity naturally. We know that we live in a stressful world and certainly a stressful time, but I almost feel we wear stress like a badge in our culture. We say, "Oh, I'm so stressed," but do we really stop to think about what that actually means to us emotionally, physically, spiritually? And I don't think we often do. And there's a lot of science behind what stress does to our body, and it certainly has a massive impact on the immune system. So we're going to touch on that. Of course, I couldn't do this presentation without talking about the power of touch and what we can do with the power in our own hands through acupressure and massage to help boost our immunity. Of course, food is medicine, and the access to nutrition is so critically important to boost our immunity. So we're going to look at some top tips for that. Movement is so critical. Emotion is lotion, as you say as a therapist, but it's not just about whether we can move. It also has an impact on our nervous system, which has an impact on our immune system. And of course, last but not least, because it's the foundation of all healing and wellness, and that is sleep. And during sleep, that restorative time, that's when our immune system gets to work. However, we are often deprived of sleep for many different reasons.
It doesn't show signs of stopping, and I brought some corn for popping. The lights are turned way down low. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. when we finally kiss goodnight. How I'll hate going out in the storm. But if you really hold me tight, all the way home I'll be warm. The fire is slowly dying, but my dear, we're still goodbying. And as long as you love me so, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. When we finally kiss goodnight, how I'll hate going out in the storm.
Sage is usually one of the medicines that we usually burn for our smudging. It's got a nice smell. It's if we were to burn it today, it wouldn't set off the fire alarms, but we're not going to burn it today. So when we do this burning, we're cleansing ourselves. We're trying to get the negative energy away from what's going on around us. Nathan Roy here. I want to thank CCA for having me here today. I had a wonderful time sharing my culture and my knowledge with the drumming and singing. I want to thank everyone who participated, who danced, who asked questions, and I found a lot of similarities with a lot of different cultures that were here today. We shared great experiences together. Again, I want to thank CCA and hope everyone had a great time and takes back something back to the community, back to the people, and shares a little bit of what I shared here today, even if it's talking about the medicines or about the powwow or coming to a powwow. Hopefully that you guys can attend a powwow one day. Again, miigwech. Thank you.
Kathy Nesbitt, and I had an opportunity to come and see Nathan Roy with the Center of Conscious Awareness today, and I'm so happy that I came. I'm grateful. It was enlightening. We got us moving around, participating, and we learned about the Native culture, and it's so beautiful. We need more of this in the world. Spread the joy, raise the vibration, be kind to each other. I'll be back. Thank you so much.
Hi everyone, my name's Caitlin. This was my first event with the CCA, and honestly, I wish that I had found them sooner. Today's event with Nathan Roy was amazing. He was such a great and engaging speaker. He really educated the audience on Indigenous culture and provided us with such helpful techniques to help us deal with stress, especially for elderlies. Today's event was such a great way of bringing both the community together and informing the community on Indigenous culture. And I hope to be more involved with CCA in the future. Thank you.
I'm really happy that I got to come out and see this event. Nathan come on and really opened my eyes to all the culture and the history and tradition there is in First Nations community. And Nathan was so talented with his singing and drumming. I was so happy and can't wait to see a powwow.
Hi, my name is Vincent. What I learned today was a unique experience. I learned about the unique culture of Indigenous people and what they do from the 4 stages of life, colors, and their dances. And being able to connect with it gives me a similarity within the Indigenous culture, being able to connect with other people, and also seeing elderly people being able to be involved within the community. I think this is a great event to get the community involved, and that's what I learned today.
My name is Gloria, and I'm happy to be here today. I was invited by a friend of mine, And this is very good for us as a seniors because there's not that much stuff for us about seniors. And seniors are a person who stay home sometimes have nowhere to go. So this was good for the mind. This was good for everything. And I'm hoping that you guys will bring more of this into the Markham area.
What is happening when we speak about frauds and scams, specifically trying to target our older adults? Well, why is it happening? Well, there it is. It's greed. It's the number one cause, the root cause. I want your money. That is what a fraud and scammer is doing. No matter the avenue they take to get there, there's one end result. I want your money. And so when they have that greed, they begin to almost have a false sense of entitlement. I'm going to trick you. You don't know how to use the computer. You don't know if I'm pretending to be someone you know on the phone, or if I show up at your door and tell you I'm here to do some work, you'll let me in. Because they believe they have this opportunity where they think they can trick, con older adults into believing they're scam or fraud.
Thank the Centre for Conscious Awareness Canada for inviting us out today. We had a great time, really enjoyed meeting everybody here today, and some really excellent practical tips on awareness and prevention. So thank you so much.
I'd like to thank CCA Canada very much for this opportunity to learn so much about potential scams and frauds for the seniors. While the session was not geared only to seniors, I think it was really valuable for us all to consider what we are doing, how we are continuing to learn to improve ourselves and to take care of ourselves. The intuitive meditation session was a wonderful way to end a session about difficulties in life. So thank you very much to CCA.
So today's event was really informative. It was really great. It's actually on a topic that actually affects a lot of seniors. So it was really great that they actually opened this event to invite them to learn more about elder abuse and how to prevent fraud and scams from happening to them. And then afterwards, they had this wonderful meditation session and provided food for them. So overall, it was a really great and successful event.
Hoy participé de esta reunión interesante donde explicaban cómo tratar de evitar el fraude a los adultos, y me pareció sumamente interesante en el día de hoy con tanta tecnología que uno usa y que a veces ellos no saben usar. Y después de eso tuvimos una meditación que fue sumamente relajante y para tratar de volver a estar con uno mismo y conocer gente muy amable y encantadora.
I enjoyed helping with this event. It helped teach seniors in the community how to protect themselves against the frauds and the scams. There were 2 speakers here today, and they did a great job. Just sort of helping provide some information about the different resources and the helplines that seniors can call in case they are at any time unsure about whether or not there are people who they can trust to protect them against the frauds and scams, and also just to stay strong emotionally and financially and connect with others. There's lots of resources out there. There are lots of people who can help you, and yeah, it's a great experience.
How to prevent fraud and scams, and it was very informative. There was also a speaker that gave a demonstration of this meditation, and I think it would be very helpful whenever you're feeling very emotional. I think it was very informative. Thank you for the opportunity.
It was really nice to help with CCA because it was really good for me to learn about the scams that the elderly can go through, and it was really good for me to also inform my families, my grandma, my grandparents, because they went through these so many times, and it was really good to help them out and meet new people.
This is my first time attending this event. I find it very informative, especially for seniors who are concerned about getting scammed online. Thank you for having me at this event.